Welcome back to the Isle's weekly news recap, where I go over everything that's happened in the last week or so for the Isle of Evrima and just what's happening in the Isle. We have quite a few cool stuff to go over today, but let's just go and give you the entire rundown of what's happened in the last week for the Isle of Evrima, Update 4 stress testing, and some other cool stuff as well. We're going to be talking about some new animations for a dinosaur, Update 4 features, and obviously new stuff in the stress test for Update 4. The timestamps for everything are on the screen now, so you can go ahead and skip to certain parts of the video that tickle your fancy. But other than that, if you do enjoy this video and want to be kept in the loop with everything dinosaur game news related, feel free to like and subscribe to the channel because it helps me out a ton and you'll be kept in the loop with everything with dinosaur news. Anyways, let's get right into this video. So, the Update 4 stress test is well and truly underway, and this week we actually saw a bunch of new additions get added to the stress test. Of course, currently most of the food is still boxes, or well, some of them are still big boxes, but most of them now actually have their foliage to go with it, their food to go with it, so we actually have that as well. But there are still a couple which are still boxes, but I assume that will be changed and their names will be removed in a later test branch. But remember, this is a mechanics test, so don't expect it to be final stuff. So now, anyways, we have some new dinosaurs that got added to the mechanics test. These are Stegosaurus, Ceratosaurus, and Hypsilophodon that got added alongside the Dryosaurus, which originally was the only creature in the update. What I must say, playing both Stegosaurus and Ceratosaurus, from mine and Lars's experience, I believe that the Stegosaurus is probably the more enjoyable and easier and noob friendly out of the two, because Stegosaurus has an easier time finding its preferred diet food type, whereas for Ceratosaurus, it's more sparse currently, and you have to spawn in specific areas of the map to get that food. So if you spawn in an area that doesn't really have the biomes or the food, you're kind of screwed, and you have to live off the basic food that kind of fucks over your diet, which is a bit silly. And we also have, because there is less Tyrannosaurus food, a lot of Tyrannosauruses are defending the food sources, so if any other Tyrannos come near, they'll probably kill them, and that's been what's ravaging the game lately on the mechanics test, which obviously isn't that fun. We also have the two additional main carnivores to be added to the stress test. This is Carnotaurus and Utahraptor. The diet of these dinosaurs is pretty much similar. Carnotaurus mainly goes after the actual dinosaurs in the game. However, we also have the Utahraptor, which goes after the chickens, the boars, and the goats and stuff like that in the game. However, Carnotaurus can also do that. You get your preferred diet for Carnotaurus when you reach a subadult phase, or I think it's juvenile, not when you're a baby. So you have to wait a little bit before you grow up, then you get your preferred diet. I'm not sure how long that takes just yet. However, at the start, you can basically eat anything apart from cannibalize, which is a pain because literally every Carnotaurus that I've came across has tried to cannibalize me, and then when you eat one, you get absolutely fucked over for like an hour or so, which isn't that fun. We also have a new icon system in the game for the mechanics test. When you sniff, instead of the icons coming towards you in kind of like a flowing manner, you have them up on the top and they get bigger as they come closer to you, which is fairly okay. They are on the top north-south bar, of course. Sometimes there is a little bit of a bug where some water sources will appear far away, and it's just because you're sniffing out water that is actually on the other side of the map, and sometimes the bars don't actually grow bigger as you get closer to it, which is a shame. It does annoy me because I wish it done that, and it's meant to do that. However, currently I do prefer the old system, but I think I'm growing to this new system. What do you guys think about this update for stress test additions? Let me know in the comments down below. And now we go into the actual Update 4 news. Now, this, I do want to start with a question. When do you guys think Update 4 will come to the game officially? Because obviously the speculation that I put out was this September. However, we're looking that it probably won't come out this September unless the devs surprise us. Because I still feel like there's quite a bit to go with testing fractures needs to be started. And of course, we need to actually finish and tidy up the Update 4 food stuff as well, which the devs need to tidy up for the mechanics test. But When do you guys think it will be officially released? Let me know in the comments down below. Anyways, we actually have some clips from Punch Packet right now that showcase some new improvements that are coming into the update 4 mechanics test soon. However, these are features that are coming to update 4 that I'm going to add in this section, because obviously it's stuff that we all know and love. So let's just go ahead and get right into the first one, which we have a animation mechanic for the Ceratosaurus, which shows it's digging up a wild potato root, which is one of its preferred foods. This is a brand new animation. Personally, I think it's a very nice animation overall. I think it's a very smooth animation, and it's a very nice addition to add a digging animation because it makes it seem more realistic. However, I feel like since it's digging roots out, I believe it would be better to see mud coming out and maybe a little mud mound form, so people accurately know that there was food there. Food will come back, however, it's already been dug out. That's my personal preference. I would love that to happen. I don't know, maybe that's too much to ask for. Let me know in the comments down below. Would you like something like that, where they dig out the food or the roots and the little mound forms where to show that they've dug it out and stuff like that? Because obviously you're not going to have the name above it forever, so who knows. Next up, we get to see a small animation for the Pachycephalosaurus, showing it charge into a tree, an animation we've technically already seen before with the Pachycephalosaurus charging into trees. However, we see some new mangoes which fall off the tree. However, what's new about this is that you can pick up the mangoes, you can run off with them, and it's all fine and dandy. The only issue I have here with the mango holding is that I feel like the holding animation is actually not fully done. Bear that in mind. It might not be, because currently the mouth is closed with the mango eating its face pretty much. That's what it looks like there. However, it's a nice little ability to carry food. We do also get a small teaser for the Hypsilophodon as well, which was recently introduced. This is the Hypsi jumping to grab food, and I personally love this. I personally love that the little dinosaurs will be able to jump up and get the food. I wonder if Dryosaurus can do this as well, because Dryo can technically jump too. Not as good as Hypsi, but maybe it can jump and pick up the low-hanging fruit that it can't necessarily get. Yet again, here we see the Hypsi's face being eaten by a mango as well, which leads me to believe it's still something that is in development with how they carry the food. I'm not too sure. Let me know in the comments down below if you think it is, or if it's not. Maybe it's meant to be like that. Maybe it won't change. Anyways, that is the interactivity. The devs also say this, however. They say, I'd also like to point out that each and every fruit is interactive, meaning that you can individually pluck/bash off all the fruits from a bush or tree, and they'll regrow over time. Personally, I love that idea, being able to pick off certain fruit and that specific one being able to regrow. So that means technically you have a very nice source of food, as long as not everybody is eating it. Let me know your thoughts about this in the comments down below. Next up, we have our 2 new animation drops for today. These are for the Ceratosaurus, which I think is personally our first time looking at a proper animation set for the Isle Evrima Ceratosaurus, which I think is very nice to see. Firstly, we see an idle animation. Here it is on the screen now. It's a nice long animation, and it looks absolutely amazing. The way the dinosaur is moving, with some breathing being shown as well. The movements overall seem realistic and fluid for a dinosaur of Ceratosaurus' size, so I'm very happy with this. Personally, idle animations can either be a hit or a miss, with sometimes them being too static. However, this one actually makes it feel like it has life in it, which I love a lot. Kudos to the person who animated this. Very well done. Next, we have a bite animation for the Ceratosaurus. This kind of looks like a heavy bite animation, which I assume is the main bite. Of course, with this being a heavy looking bite, I assume this could either be a bone breaking bite, a bleeding bite, or maybe it will just do a lot of damage. We'll have to wait and see. However, this is a very nice bite attack in the game. Of course, this isn't the ult attack because it would have said in the animation. However, this is just the basic bite attack, which is going to be pretty neat. What do you guys think? Personally, I'm very happy to see Ceratosaurus stuff. Maybe Cerato could be getting dropped on us sooner than we think. Who knows? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. I'd love to know what you think about Ceratosaurus. But yeah, that's that for the last week of the Isle Evrima news. What do you guys think about all this brand new The Isle Evrima news? Let me know in the comments down below. But other than that, that is the entire video. If you are new to the channel and want to be kept into the loop for everything regarding dinosaur game news, feel free to let me know in the comments down below, and of course subscribe. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day. Peace.